Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IAS English, and I'm your educator Praveen Mishra. And today we're going to discuss about the FMR, that's the free movement regime between India and Myanmar border. So India-Myanmar, 1,643 kilometers of long porous borders, bordering the states of Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. Considering the tribal contact or the tribal co-relationship or the customs of both the countries, that is India and Myanmar, we have opened the borders in the name of FMR, that is Free Movement Regime, since 2018. But the government is in plan to scrap the FMR. And considering the scrapping of FMR, the United Naga Council from Manipur led a delegation that is just a day before to New Delhi to meet the central government officers. And they got literally a response which they were not expecting. Just a week back, we discussed about how the Nagaland delegation comes to New Delhi to meet the Central Home Ministry with regard to providing the special conditions or some special, the treatment to the Eastern Nagaland districts. So, considering the organization of ENPO, that is Eastern Nagaland People's Organization, a plan was put forward in the name of FNT, the Frontier Nagaland Territory. Well, something round the corner, on the edges. Almost the same, but not the same. This time it is with regard to the free movement regime between India and Myanmar. Remember, guys, the tribes in our country, specifically into the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram, they do share some culture, some history, and some good fraternity among those people living inside the country of Myanmar. Though there is a border in between, but yes, the customs, the traditions, the history remains the same. And in order to protect the very same people to people contact, FMR comes into the existence in 2018, which was in talks since 1970s. But now the scrapping thing has been initiated. And now this is a thing which is now considering, or which is a thing which is now a bit troubling the people of these four states. Once again, Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. So you can see the news here. A meeting between the Manipur Naga delegation and central government officials on the India-Myanmar border regime fencing and the free movement regime ended inconclusively in New Delhi on August 26, 2025. So the 11-member delegation from three different councils, including the United Naga Council, the Naga Women's Union, as well as All Naga Students Association of Manipur, was invited by the center. They were actually hosted by the central team led by A.K. Mishra, who is also the advisor to the Northeast to the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. So the meeting ended inconclusively. The 11-member delegation, they went back to the respective location in some, dissatisfaction and in some kind of irritation as well. They were expecting something else and they heard something else. Now, the next big things that we need to discuss from the perspective of our examination. So the meeting was inconclusive. We demanded the reinstatement of the FMR at an immediate halt to the India-Myanmar border fencing work. But they justified the both. They, as in they here, simply they are mentioning the central government. Okay. So during the meeting, Manipur delegation pointed out that the border needs to be corrected before fencing, as the traditional boundary of the Naga inhabited areas extends up to the Chindwin River. Guys, please mark this location. Where is Chindwin River? Exactly on the India-Myanmar border. Okay, so this is another news for you, another place in news for you. The name of the river is Chindwin River. What we need to mark here is our tribal population, specifically the tribes of our northeast. And this time, more specifically, precisely, the tribes of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. Well, they have fought bravely during the time period of the independence movement against the very draconian imperial British rule. They are one of those patriotic people which love their soil, which love their motherland, which love their culture, which love their custom to the best, at their best. And we must take inspiration from such communities, as they are the people, those who teach us even in the modern ages, that you must be grounded always with your roots. You might fly up in the sky, You might cross all the seas and the oceans of the globe, but yes, you remain what you are. And Naga people, specifically the tribal people of our Northeast, more precisely, they are the best in representing love to their soil, love to the motherland, and the absolute display of the protectionism policy towards their own land. Right? So patriotism is at its best. And so when we are learning a lot from them, it's our prime responsibility, duty, and it's the ethical, what we say, the pressure as well on us to safeguard their rights and their needs. But the fact here is the government is also in the very same dogma, in the very same, what we say, a type of a confusion, what to do or what not to do. Because the internal security is at the threat. As we know how Manipur is burning since last 3 years and how the state of Myanmar is also under a huge political turbulence and turmoil. So the next big thing, the government's current position. What is government of the opinion, right? So the Assam Rifles role, so Lieutenant General Vikas Lakhera has affirmed that the fencing work along the Myanmar border is progressing. Yes, we are working over it, not our soldiers, but yes, the construction workers are there working over it, and our soldiers are there continuously to guard them. And since last 1 year, as per the data, okay, not 1 year actually, December 2024, nearly 42,000 Myanmar nationals have been biometrically mapped through the FMR. So as we can see, we are at the end of the month of August. So technically around 9 months, okay, 42,000 people through FMR have entered the Indian borders from Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. So it's not a small figure, right? So FMR is being used quite extensively. Don't worry, guys. I understand you might be thinking, what is this FMR? I have quoted it multiple times since the beginning, but don't worry. We'll discuss about the FMR in depth in detail just after the discussion of the news. So here we go, the dialogue with local communities. Okay, so the local communities, specifically the groups, the delegation, the 11-member delegation that came to New Delhi. Okay, obviously they met the union advisor of the Union Home Ministry, that is Mr. A.K. Mishra sir, but they didn't got the proper response, a response which they were expecting. So they returned back dissatisfied. They returned back in a way that now they have stated that we shall be talking to our people and looking for the future possibilities, what can be done in order to safeguard the brotherhood as well as the family relations across the borders of Myanmar. Right, so this is what they have quoted, and they have also got the support from the other regional parties, other regional organizations present in our respective states. So as we can see here, the highlights basically. So fencing progress, work underway. Assam Rifles, they are securing the construction work. We talk about the FMR mapping. So yes, it's also going on. Around 42,000 Myanmari nationalists, they have entered India since December 2024. UNC opposition. So strong resistance based on preservation of cultural ties, invited for central talks just a day back. And the broader engagement. What's this? Feasibility survey in Mizoram planned with public input. Okay, so we need to look forward each and every angle. We can't just work on one single angle. So we are looking for the work on each and every single angle. And now let's talk about the India-Myanmar border. As I stated in the beginning, 1,643 kilometer long border passes through the states, once again, Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. The terrain, quite dense forest, riverine areas, specifically the river that we have just mentioned, the Chindwin River. Mountains, and yes, it becomes very difficult to patrol effectively, as in to guide, to keep monitor effectively. Then ethnic and cultural overlap. Several ethnic communities like the Nagas, the Kukis, the Chins, and the Mizos, they live across both the sides. That is in India, in our 4 states, wonderful states of our Northeast, along with the other areas of Nagaland with deep kinship and the tribal ties. And we need to protect this kinship and the tribal ties. As I stated, we need to learn from them. What's nationalism and what's patriotism? And now talking about the FMR, that is free movement regime. So you can see here the border area. Okay, the India-Myanmar or the Indo-Myanmar friendship road it is, right? A very wonderful road, obviously. It's not with regard to the beauty and landscapes only. It's with regard to the geopolitical angle. We are doing our best to protect the vicinity of our country as well as all the border areas, including Bangladesh, Myanmar, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and so on. So we try to play the role of net security provider, as we have already just discussed yesterday, that how the two ships known as Udaygiri and Himgiri, they are posted where? They are placed on the coast of Visakhapatnam, just in order to give the statement that India is ready. We build our own might, and we are ready as the net security provider into the Indian Ocean region and the other parts of the Asian nations, of which Myanmar is a crucial location. Not just with regard to the geopolitics, but also with regard to our customs and traditions. As our people, they do share the same customs with the people of Myanmar. Right? So here we go. Introduced in 1970s, but formalized only in the year 2018. And it allows people from the tribal community living within 16 kilometers of the borders to cross without a visa up to 2 weeks. So basically, if I say this is, let's say this is India and this is Myanmar. Okay, so this is our country, India, and this is Myanmar. So in mid, we have got the borders. So if you live anywhere up to 16 kilometers, okay, anywhere up to 16 kilometers from the border areas, okay, you can enter Myanmar and live there up to 2 weeks, okay, up to 2 weeks without any visa. And if you are a citizen, a national of Myanmar, then you can come to India, okay, up to 16 kilometers for 2 weeks. Okay, this is what? The free movement regime. And what is the purpose? The sole purpose is to preserve the socio-cultural harmony of trans-border ethnic groups. And now you would be of the opinion, if this is the purpose, so why the government is in plan and mood to scrap this FMR? Well, we have to also take care the internal security of the country, the sovereignty of the country, as well as the safety of the people living on the border areas. And since the clashes, we are still a failure. Yes, we must admit that we are still a failure in Manipur. We are not able to re-establish peace and tranquility in our beautiful state of Manipur since 3 years. So we have been failing back to back, back to back, back to back. So it's a big failure on us, on our government machineries, questions as well. Okay, this questions our government machineries as well. And apart from that, yes, Myanmar is also going ahead with actually a big political turmoil. And this big political turmoil is representing the military rule there. The military junta has taken over the government, as well as the government officials, including the political leaders. They have been brutally assassinated, as well as taken in the prison as well by the junta army. So taking all of these things in consideration, concerning all of these things, the Indian government has finally decided to scrap the FMR. Well, now here is the dilemma. Now here is the question. Here is the paradox. The demand of the people to not scrap FMR is valid. They deserve it. They need it. It's about their customs. It's about their kinship with the people beyond the borders. And now, the concern of the government is also not wrong. Now here is the question of ethics. It's a very big ethical case study as well. So you as an aspirant, what's your opinion? What will you tell, okay, as an officer, as the one who is taking guard of Northeast, right? What will be your opinion? Do you have any other options? So please do let us know into the comment section, and we shall be taking your comment for sure into the very next session as well. So guys, please don't forget to comment your opinion. Whether FMR should be scrapped, whether government should take this decision, or whether the people of these 4 states, those who share the very same customs, should understand that scrapping FMR is more important as of now. Whether it is yes or no, we are yet to finalize the answer. So guys, please let us know your opinion into the comment section. And yes, we have got few more things to discuss. The central government's plan, once again. So the proposal is to scrap FMR due to the rising security concern and fence the entire India-Myanmar border, just like the Bangladesh border. And the only aim to prevent any kind of infiltration, the drug trafficking and insurgent movements, basically internal security. And opposition from the local communities, specifically the UNC, okay, coming from the states of Mizoram and Manipur, okay, that the withdrawal will trouble their kinship. The grounds: violation of cultural as well as customary rights and threat to local economy as well as the family ties. Their opinion is right. They're not wrong. Their opinion is absolutely right. Right? Now, let's talk about some constitutional angles on the same. So the federal structure, Articles 245 and 246, that talks about the division of powers between the center and the states. And specifically Article 371 capital C and 371 capital G, this gives special powers or special autonomy, not autonomy actually, sorry, some special provisions to the states of Manipur and Mizoram respectively. So we have to take in the consideration the provisions mentioned under Article 371 capital C as well as 371 capital G for Manipur and Mizoram respectively. And further angle, the sixth schedule areas. As we know, we have got 4 states in our sixth schedule under Article 244 Clause 2 and 275 Clause 1. That is Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. And make no mistake here, Mizoram is here into the free movement regime with Myanmar. Right, so Mizoram shared the Mizoram shares the same boundaries with Myanmar. So here it's important for us to take guard the provisions of sixth schedule as well. And apart from the constitutional angle, we have also there some international obligation. Like for example, the 1951 Refugee Convention. Though we are not a signatory to it, but still it becomes important for us to represent into the global stage. And finally, yes, it is the human rights framework in dealing with the border population as well as refugees. And here we are the signatories, right? So there are multiple pressures on the central government. And yes, the multiple reasons, multiple valid on-ground reasons of our people as well on the borders. So who is to be given priority? Whether this time it should be the sentiments of the people or whether it should be the central government's decision to scrap the FMR. Let us know your opinion into the comment section, guys. And here are few MCQs related to the same. So first question, this is question number 1 for you with reference to the free movement regime between India and Myanmar. Consider the following statements. So you've got 3 statements and 4 options and you have to identify the correct one. So pause the video. Look forward for the correct answer and do comment that as well. And here we have got question number 2. Which of the following Indian states share international boundary with Myanmar? So we have got 5 states in the statement. So you have to once again select the correct ones. Okay, A, B, C, and D. What will be the correct answer? And finally, question number 3. Here we go. Which constitutional articles are relevant when considering the tribal autonomy and central interventions in the border regions? So 4 options, 8 articles. Okay, A, B, C, D. Which one of the option is correct? Okay, guys. And remember, if you are a serious UPSC CSE aspirant, so the next resolution batch is commencing just from tomorrow. Okay, so here is the date, 30th August. Okay, resolution batches are live from 30th of August. So what will you get once you enroll in the resolution batches? Firstly, 1000 plus hours of live classes. Secondly, access to recorded lectures with prelims test series, mains test series, as well as interview guidance program, along with 18 sets of printed books sent to you at your doorstep. So guys, all of these things in just one single subscription. But wait, that's not over yet. We have got 1:1 mentorship program as well in the very same subscription. The moment you have availed your subscription, the very same moment, one personal mentor will be assigned to you with whom you can connect anytime and discuss your issues that you are facing in your academics, in your preparation, basically, regard to UPSC CSE. So guys, everything under one single subscription: prelims test series, mains test series, interview guidance program, 75 plus tests for prelims, 15 plus tests for your mains, and multiple mock interviews for your interview, that is personality test. So everything under one single subscription. The teacher's personal class notes that he or she is using to teach you, okay, will be given to you at the end of the session in the PDF format. So everything under one single subscription. So this is for 2026 year of examination, and if you're eyeing for 2027 or 2028, doesn't make any difference. We have got the batches there as well. So guys, remember, we have got multiple subscription plans starting with gold, platinum, and diamond, and the prices that you need to pay, okay, the starting prices is 9,999 rupees only, but there is a catch. You will get the maximum discount only if you have used this promo code. So guys, keep this promo code copied with you, that is PRV Live. Okay, so just keep this one with you always. So whether you are taking the subscription of resolution batch or the Nirman batch or the Pratigya batch, doesn't make any difference. The promo code will remain the same. So just apply this code, guys. Remember, okay, PRV Live, okay, on any subscription that you are taking on the StudyIQ platform. So just apply this promo code and get the maximum possible discount. And yes, before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button of our channel, that is StudyIQ IAS English. You know the agenda, provide you the quality and quantity of content always. And here is my Telegram channel QR code that is named as Praveen_StudyIQ. So you can just join the channel, okay? And I share all the class links and the class PDFs as well as daily MCQs and quizzes on my channel. So you can just join and enjoy the MCQs as well as the PDFs. And in case you wish to connect with me further, here I have got my Instagram account as well. That is Praveen_Mishra_2107. But before you leave, guys, please hit the subscribe button and never miss an update from the channel. Good day. Bye-bye. Take care. Jai Hind.